skip it up and that up.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and honey, let's take a picture next to the guy who was tied up and sodomized with a broomstick. Cheese! So the game you're looking at today is the remastered version of Perfect Dark for the Xbox 360. This originally came out for the N64 back in 2000, and I have to say the remastered version is much more playable than the N64 version. Not to say that the original N64 version of Perfect Dark was bad, but it had a much choppier frame rate. I wasn't a fan of the N64 controller, and altogether the visuals look much better. It was remastered in HD for the Xbox 360, and it runs at a smooth 60 frames per second. Usually I'm all about playing the original versions of games, but Rare did a hell of a job remastering this for the Xbox 360. I strongly recommend you get it. It's on Xbox Live Arcade. And today's shout out goes to Cupcom5. I'll have a link to his channel below in the description, and he sent me what may be the most interesting article I've been sent yet, and it's about SEGA and a new video game system that they're making. It's definitely not conventional. Let's get into it. Last year, SEGA unveiled the Toilet, T-O-Y-L-E-T. It's now available in Japan and the surrounding regions. The system connects to a urinal, allowing users to play a variety of interactive games by urinating on a sensor connected to the main device. You heard me right, you take a leak on a sensor to play the games. A screen above the system then displays each game to the player, examples of which include filling virtual coffee cans and blowing wind up a cartoon news anchor's dress. The Toilet costs around $17.50, and each game runs an additional $125. You think I'm bullshitting? I have footage. Take a look. Okay, I know Japan, their culture is much different than United States culture. They're much more open-minded. I'll be honest, hell, I'd probably have a better life living there. I probably would enjoy it more. Minus the radiation, but I would enjoy it more. But what the hell is this? SEGA, didn't you just have to lay off a whole bunch of people? Aren't you like in financial trouble big time right now? I could see this being a novelty for like 6 months around the world, maybe longer in Japan, but I can't picture people putting money into urinals like arcade machines for a long period of time and spending money to play video games while they're taking a piss. I don't care what nation you're from, I can't see that lasting forever. It's a gimmick that people will get sick of, and I don't think it's gonna make SEGA that much money. I really don't. I could be wrong. I'll admit I could be wrong. Maybe they'll make a killing with urine-based arcade machines, but I think it's safe to say they won't. So what's your take on this? Would you be interested in playing a urine-based video game that you have to take a leak to play the game? Or are you like me and feel that once the novelty of these arcade machines wear off, I use that term very loosely, the toilets will begin to collect dust in Japan and around the globe, if they even get around the globe? Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and if you have an interesting news story you would like me to discuss, private message me a link on either G2P or YouTube, and if I choose your story, I will give you a shout out in the video and put a link to your channel in the description.